Before I began working in the legal marijuana industry, I owned an independent bookstore. It was fun, and sometimes thrilling, and many book lovers have the same fantasy. Oh, I'd love to own a bookstore. I would just curl up and read all the time. But the reality is that bookstore owners don't have time to read because they're too stressed out about keeping customers and paying bills. During the last awful week before the doors of my little shop closed forever, I used a gift card for a much-needed massage. "Relax your shoulders, please," the massage therapist told me. I took a deep breath and tried. "You have the most tension I've ever felt in a person," said the massage therapist, and I burst into tears. So when I was ready to begin my post-bookstore career, I knew I didn't want stress. I wanted to continue helping people. Matching a reader to the exact book they're craving is a magical experience. But I had to think about my own health, too. So, like hundreds of other marijuana migrants, I packed everything I owned into a U-Haul and moved to Colorado, where I learned how to grow thousands of marijuana plants at a time. I stood behind the counter at dispensaries and spoke with hundreds of medical marijuana patients about their cannabis use. I began working in other states, building brand new marijuana dispensaries and cultivation centers, creating new strains of marijuana, as well as new edible and topical products. Now I'm working as hard as ever, but my shoulders are relaxed, my back doesn't hurt, and my depression is a distant memory. Now that I'm in my 40s, cannabis makes me feel prettier and more relaxed than I ever was in my 20s or 30s. Even after a car accident fractured my spine and created permanent back pain, medical marijuana makes me healthier and happier than I've ever been before. In dispensaries, we answer the same beginner questions over and over again. How do I use a vape pen? Will I get high from this cream? Can I give this to my dog? I'm still a bookseller at heart, and I didn't have a book to recommend to new cannabis patients. Sure, there are lots of books about marijuana, cookbooks and gardening books, and books about the history of marijuana legalization, but I couldn't find a book that could take my mother through her first shopping trip at the dispensary and her first time getting high. Because the more we know about cannabis, the easier it is to use in a way that's effective for us. So I wrote this book for anyone who wants to feel better, look better, and sleep better. Everything we teach new patients at the dispensary is in this book, including how cannabis works, why it works, and how to make marijuana gummies at home. Plus, there are a few surprises in this book that you won't learn at the dispensary. We don't hang a "No Boys Allowed" sign on our ladies' cannabis clubhouse door. Men are more than welcome to listen to this book, too.